Yes, my bad. Actually, I'm not the moderator in this meeting, but I would like to handle this meeting earlier because Kak Sabrina has another issue related to electricity in her house. After heavy rain, the electricity is off, so she might be might join in this meeting after the electricity is on. Here I would like to lead this discussion. So the first one, I would like to read some rules here. The first one is mute your microphone if you do not say something or if you don't want to share your POV. The second one is try to active in the discussion because in this meeting we don't separate or classify related to what level we are. Like I'm still basic, I'm still intermediate, or I have been advanced in English. Not, but try to share everything related to improving your English competency or yeah, English competency. The next one is if you want to share your POV, you may raise your hand. So the moderator will know if you want to say something. I will allow you to say something. And then here we go. Let me share screen related to our topic today. So feel free, don't be shy to share your POV. It has no right or wrong as long as you keep practicing in this meeting. Right, okay, mental health. Sabrina Iqbar. Actually, I'm not Sabrina Iqbar. I just changed his position right now while waiting for her coming. Should organizations provide mental health support for their members? The first one is when you hear the term mental health, what comes to your mind? Who want to say something, please? When you hear the term mental health, what comes to your mind? Everyone, anyone want to say something? Feel free. Feel free, feel free. It's not a class. So I allow you to talk everything related to your POV. Anyone want to try? Miss Dwi, do you want to say something about the term of mental health? Or Mr. Zulfikar, do you want to say something?
All right, let me try. Mental health becomes like a bigger issue in this world that which is not only familiar in Indonesia but also in many other countries. When I heard about mental health, I just think about something inside us. It is not can't be seen physically, but like inside. I don't know which is inside. Something about our condition inside, like our mind. Is it all right or no, or our feeling about something. But of course, uh, it is can affect our can affect our body, our mind, and can distract our condition. That's my opinion about mental health.
Right, great. That's great. Thank you very much. Next one. Others want to say something about when you hear the term of mental health? Anyone? You are willing to answer or you are willing to share your thought? Okay, Miss Aulia, go on. You can unmute.
Yes, hello.
Yes, it's
Can
audible.
yeah. Thank you for the chance. I think mental health is something about our talk, our feelings, and our action. And this is affect how we can handle our stress and challenge in our life. And I think it's also help us to build good
Check, check. Hello, Miss Aulia. Are you there?
here.
Okay.
I'm sorry, my connection is bad.
Your
Uh,
connection is unstable. Yeah.
yeah,
Yes, you may continue.
uh, yeah. Okay. I will repeat. For me, mental health is about our thought, our feeling, and action. It can affect to us how we handle our stress and challenge in our life. I think also mental health can build good relation, good relationship with others, and having a good mental health make our life happier and more meaningful. Okay,
So,
that's from.
how do you keep stable your mental health?
Oh, okay. First one, I think I try I try my best to take a pray every day on time, and then if I have some issue with others, I will try to communicate with a good way. Yeah, but if I'm already communicate with others with some issue and they still didn't accept my other way, yeah, I think we can debate. I mean, it's okay if if we debate, but there are solutions in our issue. I think it's more important than we just communication in good way, but didn't know the solution of some issue.
Okay, thank you very much. What about others? Want to say something related to the turn of mental health? Miss Hanum, do you want to say something about mental health?
Okay, I think when I talk about mental health, maybe I would like to say about how I can manage my work-life balance because it's a really drain my brain and then drain my energy if I cannot having a work-life balance. I mean, like it not means I got a pressure from my a job, but uh, I just want to having a balancing, like I still want to hang out with my friends or having a time for myself, like maybe I can strolling around the city or go to a library or reading books or others, and then I can finish my tasks in a office. And usually, how I can control my mental health is I have to break down my plan and then make a to-do list. I think it's be discipline for me. Yeah, just like that.
Okay, the next question will be how do you organize mental disorder related to the complex thing you do in
Yeah.
on working job on workplace to keep stable mentality? How do you organize?
Oh, what? How
How
I
do you
can.
organize the complexity you face
Oh,
it on workplace?
okay. Usually, when it's when there's a break time, like in a 12 p.m. Usually, I have a nap time. Yes, and I need the time to make myself be calm down about all of the tasks that make my uh that drain my energy. I mean, like, and after that, I continue my task that I did before, that I told before. Yeah, just that.
Alright. Heck,
It, I just put down my my task. Maybe for the first, I have to chat or call a client, and after that, I have to scheduling or others and the other tasks. Yes.
okay. Okay, thank you very much. Miss Niza, do you want to say something?
Okay, Mister, thank you for giving me the opportunities. I think when it terms about mental health, what it comes to my mind is about our emotional health. So it is was that it is the situation when people feel secure and with their self, with the was that the version of their self without being afraid or insecure or feeling threat in a in their environment or in a work situation. So yeah, I think it's related about our emotional health.
All right, okay, I see. Thank you very much. Welcome to this meeting.
Okay, so thank you.
All right, nice. Next one. Does your organization provide mental health support? If yes, tell us the reason why, and also if no, tell us the reason why. Whether it's not only talking about organization, can be your workplace, can be your institution, can be your school, or can be your university. Does your organization, institution, workplace, or school, or NGO, and whatever the name is, or community provide mental health support? If not, tell us the reason, and also if yes. Who wanna say something, please? Mas Dedi, do you wanna say something?
Suddenly?
Would you
Wow.
like sharing your thought because you have a lot of experience this one?
Shut the hell up. Um, Directly, no, but my current institution offer um you can say health insurance that covers up the fee to go to the professionals. So they allowed us to have free access to go to the psychiatrists or psychologists. Even our clinic always infuse a lot of notions regarding that you need to check yourself to the professionals when you have an issue. Not everyone in that clinic, but the real doctors that coming off from different areas always support that kind of ideas because probably he thought that working in a really diverse company as what I'm recently working in, it's quite challenging for our mental health issues. That's the reason why they don't directly, provide that as specific advertisement saying that, oh, you need to check yourself, but they tell us and they cover up the fees. That's all.
Okay, how do you balance your mental health in terms of getting health insurance? Go to psychiatry or psycholog? How do you?
Balance?
Yeah.
I don't balance. I don't balance it at all. I'm always caught up and tired. I really have really bad time management. No, I'm not. Um, the coverage from that particular condition is actually already stated in the offering letter as well as in the previous statement when we signed up the contract for that health insurance.
Mm.
So before we go to the psychiatrists, we always go to the psychologists in our recent or raging areas of our mental health core issues. And after going there, and then we got the recommendations letter to go to move forward, then we can go to the psychiatrist to get the medications and reserves. But I think direct. I've never really seen one in my company that goes to the professional specifically in mental health support because we are actually fighting one another and we're very toxic. So nobody really realized that we need them as much as I believe they do need them. Yeah, some people in my company, I believe, are denial. And I always believe that toxic people never really gain consciousness of knowing they are toxic. That's the reason why they never go to the professional to seek for help. Eventually, yeah, I couldn't balance at all. I just feel like I need them when I need them. So yeah, because it's all back from my tax and my money from what I've been doing for the company. They paid me from that and they take off some percentage, small percentage for covering the fees for the mental health insurance. But yeah, that's it. I don't balance. Don't
Okay.
laugh.
Okay. I know that. I know that. Looks like we every places we have to playing victim in order to balance. But truly we don't balance in workplace wherever we work in. Okay, next one, Miss Aulia or Miss Niza, Mr. Zulfikar. What about you? Do you want to share your thought? Just your
Okay, maybe I will share my
yes.
thoughts there.
Sure.
Unfortunately, I think in my workplace they didn't provide mental health support. They say that there's a committee about it, but I think was that it's not really works as it's supposed to. Basically, I work in a medical field,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, sometimes we have a challenging situation when we are quite vulnerable in this kind of situation. So I think that we only have a payload to supporting each other. But it is actually supported by the insurance. But if I'm not wrong, actually the insurance only covered when it was that when there is a symptoms that lead to mental health disease. For example, it's already becoming a deep depression or maybe anxiety. But for the early beginning of the prevention itself, I I think that it it didn't happen.
So, um, I don't know why it comes up in my mind when it has a toxic positivity or toxic in workplace. Can we say that gossiping one each other can be way out? Even that's not the positive thing. Gossiping one team or another team can be part of stress release to get stable mentality. What do you think, Miss Niza?
Well, yeah, sometimes we do gossiping. So yeah, it can be releasing, but actually, I think that sometimes it also bring a negative energy because yeah, when they gossiping other people, then we have actually realized that sometimes they will also gossiping us in front of other people. So yeah, that's happened, I think.
Yes, because what comes up in my mind is what Mr. Dedi said, to get health insurance because it cost.
Yeah.
It's cost. So to get it free, I just gossip you to be my stress release.
Yeah,
Why not?
maybe
I
it
don't
can.
care whether someday you will gossip me or vice versa. Don't care.
Yeah.
Just for stress release. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, it can be maybe gossiping about the influencer or maybe the artist now. It can be, but for gossiping another fellows, it can be another new problem in the workplace, I think.
Okay. Anything else?
I think that's all for
Okay,
me.
thank you very much. Mr. Zulfikar, do you want to say something? Or Miss Aulia related to this question?
Okay, let me try.
Mhm.
I guess I do that my organization when I was in university, but still now I still connect with them. And yeah, uh, like previous time, is my voice clear?
Yes, it's audible.
Okay, previous time I got some problem that made me feel like I was in the lowest moment. So I got multiple problem at that time, but I because my organization is I close with them. I feel close with them, and I think they also feel the same thing. Uh, then I often share my time with them, and I people say that like men don't need to talk about themselves. The men don't share their I I with the
Hello, are you there? Maybe
Where's the
he
coordinator?
lives out. He lives out, costing.
Where's the coordinator though?
Yeah, ghosting. He lives out. Maybe he got unstable connection.
No, the coordinator. Where is he? Where is
The
she?
coordinator, she got an issue. She got problem because in her place, the electricity is off after heavy rain. In well,
A
I don't know
blackout.
in Kalimantan or in Sulawesi. So I reschedule. I mean, I changed her position right now
We're
to double
in
job.
Borneo though. Really?
Yeah, I think so. Mhm.
You
I
know
think
that
so.
I'm in Borneo, right? Wouldn't have a blackout here. Are you sure?
I don't know why. It's less than 20 minutes. She confirms that in her house or in her place, the electricity
That's
was off.
bad. Okay, I
That's
see
why
that.
suddenly I have to be host and moderator.
At the same time.
Even since a couple meetings I didn't join because I did a lot. Thank you.
I see that. I could keep going.
Sure. Anyone else want to try to answer this question? Indri, Lestari, or Nipalak? Oh, Nanom, would you mind sharing your thought?
Oh yeah, actually I just joined because I driving now, but I can I can share some idea.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, actually let me tell you my background because I'm from Laos and the
Yep.
mental health support is not really like dominance, I would say, because when when you go to consult with the about your mental health stuff, people might assume that you're crazy or stuff like that. It would be like very strong word, but like it just the belief. But when I have a chance to go study abroad, like in Australia, I found that mental health is very important.
Mm.
Like in university or even like in the workplace, they have like the counseling, I would say. Is that
Yeah,
the word? Yeah,
yes.
like they really support, because I think I used to like consult with like university support about the mental health before. It doesn't mean that I'm crazy, but it's just like sometimes you're too stressed about the study and stuff, and you just feel like you want to talk with someone. So that's why like you just go and ask for help from them, and I feel like it's very useful. But if you ask me about my organization stuff, like in Laos, it's really rare that we have this. I would say that, yeah. That's my answer. I don't know if I answered the question, but I just some idea because I'm driving now.
Oh, yeah, I
Yeah,
see,
yeah,
I see.
yeah.
I just want to respond the way you shared it. Actually, it's kind of the same in Indonesia, especially the suburb area. Many individuals do not are not aware of mental health and so on and so forth because they focus on what must be put on the table. They focus on their primary economic earlier to find some food. So it's kind of elite or privilege if someone is aware related to mental health. I don't know how do you tackle it, or how do you challenge the stereotype related to mental health in suburb area or town or on your surrounding. Do you get my point, Nipalak? How do you challenge the stereotype of increasing or improving the awareness related to mental health?
Yeah, I mean, you were right, but somehow it's also depend on your society and stuff. Like for like people, new generation might have more awareness about this problem. And also sometimes like because in the environment that I'm living,
Hmm?
like sometimes if you have only one voice, you're not
Hmm?
really brave enough to speak up, because you don't want to feel like you different from other, and like you're not a part of the group. I don't know
Hmm.
the word in English, but like you know what I mean, right? Because it's
Yes,
like
yes, yeah.
sometimes when you speak up, you gonna say like you're gonna think like, oh, you might make something wrong, and people gonna kick you out from the group and stuff like that because you're different. And yeah, I mean, like I do aware of this because I had a chance to go study abroad. I have so many foreigner friends, and this kind of thing is just normal, and it's very important as well, because you need to prioritize the mental health of yourself, and also be aware for someone surrounding you as well. If you feel like something went wrong with your friend, and they don't speak up, you need to ask them like, oh, how you feeling, is it you okay? So this kind of thing is just normal thing for me, but for some people it might be very difficult when you're talking about mental health stuff, I would say. Yeah.
Yes, Kate. Couldn't agree more what you have said. It's not only national issue, but also international issue or a global issue related to mental health. It's kind of when it comes to suicidal or yeah, depressed, anxiety, whatever the case takes place, it I don't know why it can be the government should concern about this issue, because it's not individual, it is a personal issue. That's great. Thank you very much. Anyone want to try to share again? Okay,
uh,
I will go to the. Oh yeah,
Yeah, sorry. I mean, can I add more on that? Because you raised up
sure.
about the government responsibility stuff, but
Sure, sure.
somehow I just thinking in another perspective, another aspect. Like, sometimes we can start from like family member, probably, or even like someone off as well if we like, if you see your friend or even your family member, because sometimes they don't say it, but if you're close to them, you're gonna notice that something went wrong, and you just start first, like you ask them first, and just be open-minded, listen, be a good listener to them, and at least just let them share whatever they feel, and be like a soft spot, like the safe spot for them to share, because sometimes they really want to speak, but they just feel like, oh, if I speak out, like people might not really believe me, or people might not really want to comfort me. But if you start from yourself, and even like you raise awareness to your family member, like, oh, like it's okay to speak up what you feel, because we are family and stuff like that. I mean, it's just my point of views. I don't know if you guys think about this as well.
Yes, I will go to a small ecosystem called family. Why many children, many kids are not brave enough to share their personal issue if the parents, if the family are not open-minded to share whatever the kids are happening. Let's say,
My
actually, for the sex education, the parents can teach us or teach them. So the kids or the teenager are highly curious related to what they have listened, but because the parents are, I don't, lack of resources, call it lack of resources, so look for outside. The parents can be virtually, can be physically with their friends or outside their family. So if we normalize that issue, can be the mental health as well, because lack of resources, I guess. If the small ecosystem we normalize it, can be a bigger and much bigger. It's absolutely, the government should take or tackle this issue. If the government doesn't want to get a higher problem or bigger issue, if they do not tackle that, if they do not tackle on it, that's my point. Because yeah, it's happening in my society right now, because the parents are not open-minded or open what the kids are facing right now, especially on social media. So they have highly curiosity. If the parents are say, the point is this one, they do not try to open discussion, yeah, those kind of things will happen for the next generations, I guess. Okay, thank you. Next one, this one, I will go to this. What's mental health and why does it matter in organization setting? Mental health is a state of mental well-being that enables people to cope with stress of life, realize their abilities, learn well and work well, and contribute to their community. Handling of workplace stress, awareness of abilities and limitations, adaptability, high productivity, and collaborative. Anyone want to try to pick up one point here and you elaborate it or you share your thought? Anyone want to try? Aulia or Miss Melly, do you want to share?
Hello, can I?
Yes, go.
Okay. Thank you for the chance. Actually, in my office didn't provide mental health division, and Alhamdulillah, I feel happy in my office. But if I can give example, I I watch a Korean show about K-pop idol, uh, and and in that and before trainer become K-pop idol, they have to train for years. For they training for example, uh, vocal, dance, acting, and to learn many international language. So after finish the training, they can do as best as they can as idle. But in trainer time, some trainer is stressed, and when the trainer is stressed, they go to like, I don't know the name, but it's like mental health division on their entertainment. Yeah, and in that time, trainer can share about their stress, their feeling, their how do you say pemikiran ya, their
Thought,
their
perspective,
thoughtful,
thought.
yeah, their perspective. Also, trainer can share their sadness and cry, and maybe psycholog, yeah. And then maybe the psycholog give the trainer advice, so trainer become health again. So I think mental health is can help everyone to being healthy in many aspect or organization. Thank you.
All right, wow, that's great. Okay, nice opinion. Next one. Anyone want to try again? Miss Melly, do you want to share your thought? Or Miss Niza?
Okay, sir. Maybe I will
Sure.
go with it. Maybe so I have to choose
Yep.
one out of five to explain more about, is it?
It's okay if you want to explain all.
Oh no no. Just wondering. I think I would choose number two because sometimes like mental health problems is started from um, low self-awareness that we have. Yeah, sometimes we didn't have any self-awareness. So I think it is very important because uh, if we didn't aware what kind of emotion that we felt, then how can we as we seek for help to heal our mental health issues? And then with self-awareness, we have like what's that? A control, or we have no 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 we have power to make a social boundaries, so whenever we felt tired or whenever we felt like we can continue to do something in our workplace, we can directly say it to our friends or maybe to the manager, and so we didn't have to force ourselves or our body. So yeah, I would say that having a good self-awareness will help us to prevent mental health issues.
Yes, couldn't agree more. Seems like prevent
Yeah, preventive
before
way. Yeah.
getting forced by deadline, by target, and so on and so
Yes,
forth.
you're
So
right.
because you know the limitation, if anyone doesn't know about the limitation, they just forced um, while denying that it's patient and whatever the name it,
Mm-hmm.
but everyone has a limit. Okay, that's great. Anyone? Miss Melly, do you want to say something? Hello, Melly. No? Okay, because you have just come to this meeting. Wait, let me go to the next slide. Current situation. Do you think organization currently pays enough attention to its members' mental health? Why or why not? It can be not only organization, institutions, or university, or a school or community. What do you think? To pay it attention enough? Anyone want to try? Current situation. You can go with the first question earlier. This one. Do you think your organization, your university, your community, your what is that? Your institutions or workplace currently pay enough attention to its members' mental health? If yes, tell us the reason why. If not, why not? No one want to share? Means that your workplace or organizations or community are what to say are providing well enough attention to mental stability or mental health. Do you agree with it? Miss Aulia, do you want to share?
Okay, test. Uh,
Yes.
Thank you for the chance. Mm, Actually, I'm not a active member of any organization today, so I don't know how to answer this question. And in my office, there are no mental health division. Yeah, so I cannot give many information about this question. But if I can share, Alhamdulillah, in my office, our activity is running as planned schedule, and uh, there are like meeting before implementation, and there are also evaluation before implementation the activity. So I think that's even didn't have mental division, I think it can help our worker to it can help worker to being healthy in many situations. Yeah.
All right, Kay. Even though you are inactive in some organizations, but you try to how to get mental stability in your workplace. Is that right? Isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, I see. Next one, Nipalak, Aunalam. Do you wanna share, or because you are still driving? So
Uh, yes, I mean, I can jump in if no one want, like, if no one gonna share yet. Yeah, as I said, like in my office, like nowadays that I'm working in the government office, I'm not sure if they're not aware of it or what, why they don't have any support on the mental health, or probably like as I says in my country, it's not really the thing that really dominance, and like people not really talk about it because it's just their values is different. If you're talking about mental health, it's like, oh yeah, if you have like the mental health issue, that means you are insane or you're crazy, so you go to the hospital and you go consult, and and it's kind of like make people scared of it because I mean, yeah, it's kind of funny for some reason, but like like for the person that they really have this issue, they not really want to share because they think like, oh no, if I tell my friend gonna think that I'm crazy and no one gonna hang out with me because I'm like insane person, and I'm the one who are insane right now. I'm gonna be honest with all of you guys. I'm kind of like insane because I'm a bit different from other people, but I mean, everyone have their own personality and their right to speak, right? Yeah, but just different people values different thing, and yeah, that's the one point of it. But I really encourage like every office or organization should have this support to their officer, like their staff, because I think nowadays this thing is very important. Like people have really a lot of stress in their life, even outside the office, even in office itself, like dealing with people, dealing with the customer. Sometimes, they need to pretend that you are really happy, provide the very good services, but sometimes, like, in your mind, like you fuck up. I don't know the word, but it's kind of like sometimes that's the thing that you really want to express, but you don't have the spirit to do that. But if you ask me, like, another example that, like, they provide mental health support. I used to work in Australia, like office, and this thing is very normal. It's common. Every office, every organization is like compulsory, I would say. It's like it's very necessary that if you are have organization, you need to have this support in every organization, every office, and you provide this service for free for your staff. If they feel like they're not really happy, they sad, they feels like, they're not really get along with people and stuff like that. Like you can just consult for free. They don't even charge you for money. And it's a common thing. Even my manager, like when I feel like, oh no, like I'm so tired, I feel like I don't want to go hang out with friends, I talk to my manager and she said like, oh, just call to this consulting, like it's free, it's provided from our boss. It's just for free, and you can call them, you can talk about your life and everything, and they listen to you. And even you can talk to me too. That's what my manager said, and I really remember that day that I'm really feel down, and I asked her like, oh, like, can we talk? And she said like, absolutely, but if I'm not feel comfortable to talk to her, I also can just like, call like the counseling and stuff. And yeah, I feel like it just depend on where you are, and what your people values, and and even what you values to yourself. If you think like, oh, the mental health is just something that, it's just normal to me, and I just talk to someone and stuff like that, I think it's just normal. I don't know, probably it depends, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't agree more. Where we live and who is our surrounding. uh, I do agree what you said. You encourage about the awareness of mental disorder. Means that if the people are cheerful in front of many people, it doesn't mean that they have no mental disorder. Maybe they're just playing victim with their mental stability. What I mean is somehow in my organization, many people are stressed out because of the leader are forcing them to do some events, because my community is part of NGO, non-government organizations, and of course we try to create a lot of programs in order to get funding with some stakeholders. And some teams, some members are not coming from major major people, so they learning by doing, they learn on that NGO. So we must teach them uh, how to deal with people, how to present, how to negotiate, and how to talk politely, how to act with them. So it's part of comprehensive thing that we must achieve it or fill in that NGO or community. But somehow the leader are unaware with those kind of disadvantage about the team. They just try to force to them. The point is to fill in the target, to get the funding, and so on and so forth. But yeah, some of them are brave to talk whatever they want to share with me. Of course, not with the chief or the leader, because they are afraid of what they are talking about will be or will create a new project, a new deadline. So they will just keep pushing them with a lot of deadlines and a lot of programs that should uh, be achieve it related to their timeline or deadline. Yeah, that's why I do agree what you have said. I just accompany them to go to coffee shop or hang out with them just to be active listener to them. Whatever you feel it right now, just share it. As long as you do not share your privacy, it's okay if you want to share the privacy, or if you trust with me, because I'm not the psychologist or psychiatry that can create a better condition with your mind. If you want to just share everything, just go. But if you have a limitation like your privacy, you might be aware of stopping your story related to what you will share to me. That's what I'm happening. I add from Nepalak opinion. Anyone want to try to share? Do you think your organization, community organization, NGO currently pay enough attention to its member mental health? Why or why not? Miss Melly, do you want to share something?
Hello?
Yes,
Yeah,
it's audible.
yeah. In my current company, I think they not really aware about our mental health, but uh, so yeah, basically I'm working like in project base. I'm working for the government project base, and it's very funny because I'm working with my class friends in the college where we not really know each other in the college, and right now we're working together, and yeah, like after that we talk a lot, and like there's one moment we share a lot of things together, and at that time like yeah, I just realizing that everyone have their invisible problem, right? So yeah, after that I think like my company not really have a good attentions in mental health, but the member itself they get each other, and yeah, they want to know each other conditions, like so yeah, I think it's because I surrounded by people that they we have the same background in the academic background, so that's why we relate talk each other, so yeah.
Okay, that's great. Means that you have a productive and positive ecosystem, even though your your company doesn't provide uh, how the health insurance related to go to psychiatrist or psychologist, but your surroundings are supportive mentally. Thank you. Next, Zulfikar, Mr. Zulfikar, do you want to say something, please?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Ku. Thanks for the chance given. I do that. I naturally share about my current issues to my friends. I don't know why. I think I just feel that I close with them, and that what we always do since we are student in the college until now. I still connect with them. So people say that men don't share their story or their life issue, but I just naturally share it, and I guess that I got a lot of benefit from them, even I didn't expect in previous time. They just share something new that I never thought about previously. That's why right now I feel that I'm okay. I'm all right. I don't have any mental health issues because I think that I have a lot of friends which are very open, like welcome to each other. Uh, yeah. So I I believe that next time maybe if I got a big problem, I don't want to keep it myself because it is dangerous. Guys, it is very dangerous. If we keep it to myself, let it share to the people you believe, to the people you can talk, and even you don't expect the answer or the good solution, but it's naturally will come to your mind after discussing about your about what you want to share. That what what I feel when I share with my community in around me. That's all.
Okay, thanks for sharing. Next, Miss Niza, do you wanna say something? No one?
Okay.
Okay, what examples of mental health? Yeah, Miss Niza.
Okay. Sorry, sir. Um, yeah, as I told you before, I think in my workplace, they're not really provide like a specific mental health support for the workers. So basically, I'm working in a hospital. So actually, my friends and we actually quite vulnerable to face that kind of issues because some of the time, whenever there is what's that something happen through maybe our patient that out of our control, it always giving like sense of guilty feeling in ourselves, and then we felt like we didn't do something good for them, so that is why they have to face like that, like this and like this. So yeah, that was sad because because comparing with what's that um most of most of the hospital in the Western country, they already like provide a specific support for the health workers. But I think in Indonesia, I couldn't found like there's a hospital who provide like specific consultations committed for these issues. So the things that we did sometimes supporting each other. So whenever like perhaps my friends or me on this on that kind of the situation, we try to being good for each other, and then accept that sometimes many things happen out of control, and that's normal, it's not our mistake and something like that. But luckily I still have like friends and also a leader that, yeah, they're not blame us, but they listen and supporting us.
All right, okay, that's great. You have a supportive ecosystem, supportive
Yeah, you're right.
friends.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's great. Next one. The next question will be what examples of mental health support or lack of it have you seen in your workplace or community? Anyone want to share about this? Maybe Miss Niza have alluded to talk about uh, her surrounding is supportive each other or
Mhm.
support each other. Anyone want to try to answer this? Aulia or Miss Melly? This? If no one answers, I will go to the next slide. Okay, challenge we face it. How comfortable would you feel telling your leader about stress or burnout? Workload, deadlines, burnt out, work-life imbalance, stigma, and insecurity. How comfortable? Yes. Mr. Zulfikar, do you want to say something? Or Miss Aulia? Or
uh,
Miss Melly? Hello? Yes, Miss Aulia?
Okay.
Do you want to say something? Yes.
Okay, thank you for the chance. The question is, how comfortable would you feel telling your leader about stress or burnout? Uh, I think stress or burnout is a feeling who just ourselves can feel. So, um, rather than share my stress or my burnout to my leader, I will tell my leader if I'm still have many job, I still have tests, I still have the test I want to finish this week. So uh, my leader will how do you say mempertimbangkan ya? How do you
Consider.
Yeah, so my leader will consider to to give the test to give that test to other person.
Okay.
Yes, yes, because I think like feeling like stress or burnout, just ourselves who can control it, feeling it, and just ourselves can heal it. So I think I will use another way to make my myself still in good condition and stay healthy.
Okay. That's great. Anything else?
Mm.
Opinion? No, that's enough. Another participant, please. Who wanna share your thought about this question?
Can I, if no one?
Yeah, sure. Sure.
Oh wait. I mean, next time when I join discussion, you just can feel free to call me Nuna, by the way, because my name is just so long for you to pronounce. And yes, I mean, I would say about this question, I wouldn't always feel fully comfortable telling my leader or my boss about the stress or burnout because I think many people also feel the same. For example, if deadlines are piling up and I admit I'm overwhelmed, I might worry like my boss gonna see me as less capable or not committed enough. And also I guess would be the issue of stigma because sometimes stress is seen as a weakness instead of a normal part of work. And on the other hand, I also experienced a situation where a leader made it easily to share. For instance, when a manager like always asked the team how we were coping or remind us that it was okay to speak up, I feel more comfortable mentioning when I was struggling. Like, when your leader or your manager simple action like they act like this thing is normal and they make you feel comfortable to do it. I think this can make a big difference because they show empathy and create psychological safety for us. And I think for all of that, I think comfort really depends on trust or even the workplace culture and whether the leaders actively encourage open conversation. If leader lead by example, like for example, like sharing their own challenges or promoting work-life balance, it also make employees much more willing to be honest about the stress or burnout. That for me.
Yaps. Yes, agree. Trust. It depends on
Right.
trust. And the leader give an example, like sharing earlier about what they have been doing, even it doesn't go to privacy. Yeah, maybe it can create trust each other. Next one. Anyone want to share? Ismaili?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So to the question, how comfortable would you feel telling your leader about stress or burnout? So so far, actually, like I'm working in flexible place and flexible hour, and actually like I surrounded by people who have some background with me and some university with me in the work, and we have like we know each other culture, so and also me and my team leader, our gaps is only like 5 years. She older than me, and so far I think like it's super comfortable to talk a lot of things with her, and um, sometimes she always like asking like in the morning like guys everything okay, everything goes well and something like that. So like she also like asking first to us before we would talk something what we feel, and yeah, so far I think like I'm comfortable talking some what I feel to my leader because I know our culture in the university. I know she is my senior in the university as well. So yeah, I think it's depend on the leader itself. Yeah, like because I know my leader is supportive and open minded, so that's why I feel quite comfortable sharing about my stress and burnout. But maybe if the culture is more strict or there is like this the bad stigma, I will probably keep it to myself. But luckily right now I'm working like in a good environment. So yeah.
Wow, what's a great opinion. You have a humble, comfortable, and open-minded leader to provide um, open-minded or open discussion with your leader. How lucky you are.
Yeah.
Next, next participants who wanna share your thoughts related to this question?
Okay, may I?
Yes, Jimmy. Sure.
All right. Of course, I feel comfortable to share about my feeling to my boss. As because I believe that if later in the later if my work is not as good as I do, at least my boss will know that I got some issues like that. So uh, I just I just share it every a little thing that I I feel related to the job. As far as I got that feeling from my work, like from my job. But if it is not related to the job, of course I don't share out of the topic. But if I got problem or some issues related to the job that I do, I will share everything to the boss in my office. So nothing to be worried, I guess, because I believe that the boss or the authority of my office should know what are the staff feelings about the job, because it can affect uh, our stability in that job. That's why I share it, Mister.
All right, Kay. Thank you. Thanks for sharing. Anyone else wanna try? Okay, no. If no, we'll go to the next slide. Impact. Poor mental health affects teamwork more than individual performance, or mental health challenges don't really affect organizational performance. Who wanna share their thought related to this statement? Whether you agree or disagree, you may share. Between two statements here. Miss Dania, do you want to share? Or Miss Niza?
Okay, maybe I'll try.
Okay.
I do agree if poor mental health affect teamwork more than individual performance because as an individual, we're not only we're we're socializing with the people, and most of the time we spend our time with our workplace or our organizational people. So of course, if we have a mental health issues, we will influence or giving impact to the organizational too. For instance, in my workplace, whenever there is something out of controls happened, usually like I felt guilty, and then there is no motivation to work, and then what's that? And then there is also was that a time whenever I'm questioning to myself, like, is it really the things that I want to do or in the rest of my life? Well, I actually already did it for almost 3 years, but at the moment I just want to give up or quit. So that is why if if that people they choose perhaps to quit or something, of course it will influence the teamwork. So yeah, so I wish that it's not it's more was that it will be an attention for the for the peers and also hopefully for the government also.
Okay. I see, I see, I see. So you re-question if you want to quit something
Yeah.
to evaluate.
Yeah, I'm just questioning like is it already a good journey for me?
Yes. It's kinda to how to say to strengthen. Is it your choice? You're
Yeah,
patient or
you're right.
not,
Mhm.
but you enjoy or you have been doing for about something years or a couple
Yeah,
years. It just strong your how to say your vision and mission maybe.
yeah, like
Is that your
I
dream of or your dream about
so I need to look like what's that um reflection
that reflection? Yes.
and then come back again to what's that to made up my
Mm-hmm.
mm, my emotion, I think.
Yes, agree, agree, agree. Um, I realized that what you share your thought. It's kinda I recall my thought. If it has a question, why I never apply to be civil servant, and many people are questioning about it for me,
Mhm.
or many people are asking about me about why I never enroll or register to be civil servant. I don't know why. I never have any imagination to work formally or using uniform.
Hey. There's someone who working for civil servant here.
I don't
Hey,
sarcasm.
come
I
Hey,
don't
on.
sarcasm.
I just wanna remind you that people cheat.
Oh, no, no. I would like to share my thought because I never have any imaginations if working using uniform, and it's kind of I'm in jail. I cannot do freely whatever I want to do. I have this mind. I share. I present. I got funding. That makes me satisfying. Sorry, that makes me satisfied. Rather than I work as a formal teacher, let's say in education. I don't say that all civil servants. Um, in a formal school, I worked there about 7 to 12 or 7 to 4, but it's I don't know whether it's dangerous or not. I don't care about it. In Indonesia, especially, it doesn't balance with the income of teacher. How to get welfare if how to get welfare? So the educators or the teachers will provide a top or will provide an engaging method of teaching, or will create some innovations to teach and so on and so forth, because the educators are still focusing on getting stable income. That's what I truly challenge in educational sector especially. So what for I'm working with the good uniform but it's imbalanced with my income. So I'm not I'm impatient maybe to wait for the long durations. Why I learned why it might be better if I learn by myself. I have an idea, and so on and so forth. I present to some stakeholders what I'm doing right now actually, to some stakeholders, whether it is in private sector, private school, or private institutions, or some government. They they are interested in with my idea, my project, so they accept. So we make a collaboration. That's done. We talk about budgeting, we talk about negotiation. It's clear enough. So we need to wait for long durations, and it's imbalance. Okay, thank you very much. So sorry to share. And it's quite emotion because I try to encourage how to get an innovation in educational sectors, whether it is in formal schools or university, if it does not balance with the welfare for the teachers, educators, lecturers, and so on and so forth. Because I somehow become speaker in university, I try to discuss with some professor or some lecturers about it, but it, how to say, I must tackle with the bureaucracy, and it's tiring though. I have the authority to challenge that. I just uh, I'm just able to criticize them, whether the bureaucracy or whether their curriculum, whether the how to say subjects of lessons are not relevant for them to be relevant with the workplace or job field right now, because mostly in formal school or university, if the teachers are not competent enough, they just come into the class, and yeah, without providing some intriguing knowledge or some intriguing POV to trigger some college students or students to be much more curious related to what they have studied. Just go to school, yeah, it's okay. Tomorrow go to school again. What for? There is no interesting thing to learn in school or university. It might be better, so they switch to watch TikTok with a short video, and yeah, those kind of things. I don't know why if I'm talking about education, it's quite emotional because that's what I'm pursuing right now and what I try to encourage related to my project. Thank you.
Actually,
Next, anyone want to try to share about this?
actually, I I have a
Please.
question, not like a question, just like something to exchange, because you do mention about all kind of stuff, because I'm not Indonesian, so I'm really interested in the part that you do mention about education sector. And like it seems like you're talking about like how effectiveness of the personal teacher that they come
Mm,
to teach, and like if they're not competent enough, and it just, I don't know, like how competence and and like the quality of the teacher, or even the education system itself, or even you mentioned about the welfare. When you mentioned about the welfare, is that like mean financial support, or like overall welfare? When you do mention about it, is that okay to share, or is that something really sensitive? I just wonder.
um, actually, it's common issue, but many people are not afraid of voicing out what I'm talking about because they have no authority or privilege to talk with some stakeholders. I do talk about this one with some stakeholders. Uh, Logically, if you want to create some innovator or creator in the schools, guarantee them with a welfare, stable welfare, at least if the educators, teachers, lecturers are still earning about unequal welfare, how to create innovation? It's bullshit though. Let me give an analogy. The teachers in Indonesia are mostly not civil servant. I don't talk about the civil servant. They mostly earned 300,000 rupiah per month, but the stakeholders 300, let's say 300 million. Damn, that's crazy, bro. Because I got the privilege to talk with them. So as ordinary teachers cannot talk about it. Even they protest and so on and so forth. That's what I'm facing actually. So that my goodness, it's too complex to that's my reason. I never get involved to be formally educator, but is to be guest lecturer or guest teacher. Yeah, why not? Or to do some collaborations with some schools to make it program. I want. Functionally or formally to be, I don't think so.
Okay, but it seems like right now you're kind of like indirect educator or something because you just come with the discussion. I feel like we out of track, so probably I get back to the question, I guess. Because you read out some really interesting points, so I really want to talk more, but it seems like we out of track. So I respond to this: the impact probably. Um, for mental health, definitely has a strong impact on the teamwork in the organization because I think I have an experience related to that, but I'm not sure that she has a mental health or not, but it seemed like she had. But yeah, it's just like sometimes even probably I'm the only one who had mental health, who know, right? Because it's just like sometimes we don't know what we're doing. And yeah, I think it's had really impact, like strong impact on the teamwork because collaboration require good communication, patience or even emotional balance. If someone is stressed or burnt out, they might withdraw or misunderstand colleagues or contribute less, which can affect the whole group. Just think easy about the example, like in the project team, if one member is struggling like silently, deadline can be missed or conflict may arise, everyone misunderstood it and we don't talk and stuff like that. Or even at the same time, saying that mental health challenge don't affect organizational performance. um I would say it's kind of hard. I mean, it's like it's several individuals or team are affected, would say. Yeah, that's my point because I had experience on it. Like sometimes when we have something that we don't talk or communicate it with each other in the team, everything can be messed up, and we cannot reach the goal that we really want to. Yeah, that's my point of view.
Okay, thank you very much for sharing about your experience. Anyone else want to try to share? Okay, if no one, I will go to the next slide. Mental health days are just as important as sick days. One day off cannot solve deeper organizational stress problems. Would people actually use mental health days, or would stigma stop them? Stop them. Anyone want to try to share? Mental health days are just as important as sick days. One day off cannot solve deeper organizational stress problems. Would people actually use mental health days, or would stigma stop them?
I actually don't really get it. The questions. What what it means by the
Maybe just
stigma?
stigma like, yeah, just okay. Uh, it's kinda, we add one day off for celebrating or reducing mental health or to celebrate, but I don't think so. I assume that even we have one day off, it cannot solve it cannot solve stress problems because it's personal, but personal issue. It is different if we work in we work in some companies and so on. Of course, it's not. How would you celebrate? The next question will be, how would you celebrate your stress problem even you have one day off? Anyone wanna try to share? Nipalak said, I'm still happy to take day off on that day anyway.
I
Yes, just day
Yeah,
off.
why not? Why not? I
yeah,
love the day off. I mean, I'm happy to take it.
I think it's a day for us to recharge our energy to face the problem on the next
Mhm.
day. So, but I think of course people will actually use these mental health days.
Even it doesn't fully reduce the stress, but at
Yes,
least you have day off to reduce physically.
that's right.
Stress
Who
physically, yes.
care? We just have one more day to sleep.
One of the way to reduce the stress by sleeping all day.
Yeah, I actually, if I have a tough day, I have to sleep at least 12 hours to recharge my energy. So if I sleep less than 12 hours, so I can't, how to say, like,
Burn out.
function. Yeah, I cannot function as a normal people on my daily. Yeah.
Wow. How often do you sleep 12 hours? How often do you get stressed out?
Maybe it's after like a week full of events or activities to coordinate.
What I do appreciate. For me, someone I cannot sleep more than 8 hours. You sleep 12
Yeah,
hours. How could
and I know the how to say, like, the symptoms the symptoms
Mhm.
that I have to sleep 12 hours is when I always sleepy at work. So it means that I have to sleep more than 8 hours.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, nice. Next one. Barriers. Cost is the main reason organizations don't provide mental health support, or stigma is harder to solve than financial limitations. Anyone wanna try to share, please? Cost is the main reason. Do you agree or disagree? If someone has no cost to, how to say, to consult to the expertise, maybe cost will be the main reasons to provide mental health support. Do you agree or disagree? No one? Miss Aulia? Oh yeah, Miss Dania, go on.
Um, because I had an experience about this one, I think cost is not the main reason. as far as I know, BPJS is cover for the consultation in mental health divisions in a government hospital. So I think stigma is harder to solve than the financial limitation, because somehow when we went to the health consultation in psychologists and psychiatrists, and our colleague like how to say, like, tell us you are so weak, some and etc. And that's why some people, even they know that they into get got into depression, they don't go to the expertise because of um, that things in their environment.
Okay. Anyone want to try to give an additional comment or share your own perspective?
Yes, me.
Okay, cool.
I mean, I like to add on what her just said.
Mhm.
Um, but I mean, I think both cause and stigma are real barrier because who know, like in the organization they might not really want to have what don't have fun on it, but I think the stigma is probably the bigger challenges because money is something organizations can plan for, like if they see the values, but the stigma is more about culture and mindset. It's take more time to change. For example, even like I mentioned earlier from the beginning, even if the company provide free consulting, people might still avoid it if they feel they will be judged. Like if someone say like, oh no, you go to the counseling, doesn't mean you have problem with your mentor, you're crazy, and it might become your weakness. Who want to work with someone who crazy, right? Even me, I don't want to work with someone who crazy. So it's just the stigma that, like, people scare of, that like other people might judge them and it might become their weakness and stuff like that. That my point.
Okay, thank you very much. Anyone want to try to give an additional again?
Maybe I
Yep,
will
Miss Nisa,
add
go.
one point. I do agree with Nuna and Miss Nuna and Miss Dania said before. So yeah, that's true that in our country the national insurance is actually covered um if we have a mental health issue. So usually they will refer you to the psychiatric, and but the stigma itself is hard, and also the awareness for the people itself. I mean, whenever we felt something wrong with ourselves, we have to accept that first. Like if we are not okay in that, not in a good situation, because mental health issue can be healed if they want and they accept that they are needed. So so that is why they have to be aware first if they are not okay and they need help. So stigma and self-awareness might be also the things that it's hard and become one of the barriers.
All right. Okay, couldn't agree more. Next one, Samsung, would you mind sharing something? No. We'll go to this one. What's your perspective? I mean, does it affect to your mental health disorder? Especially you are Indonesian with two. I just provide two pictures here, which is happening since this month or last month, or seems like 2 months before. Um, does it affect your mental health or mental disorder? Anyone wanna try to share, please?
Okay, let me first.
Go.
uh, uh, yeah, actually, what I believe is this picture are familiar. So like I guess that both of this kind of picture impact the stigma of Indonesian people to do like deep uh, action, do some action in many places in Indonesia. So um, I I guess that since I'm not in university anymore, I just watch this happened in Indonesia, and I don't really think too hard about this because I believe that this is just issue that built by the government. So government just try to take our attention, and I and like I'm not affected mentally or mindset to follow many issues in Indonesia. Just let it flow like that. So, I don't really.
Okay, thank you very much. Anyone want to try to share again? Miss Melly, do you want to share?
Oh, okay. So, for me, honestly, I think like the corruptions, especially in the Hajj quota, is like very, damaging. Like not only socially and economically, but also like mentally, because, like for many Muslim, like going on Hajj is like something they dream of, like something that people save money like for their entire life. And when the corruption happened, like I cannot just stop thinking. I just cannot thinking like it's related to the religions and to the God, right? So people still have the heart to corrupt. Like it's really, I can stop thinking. I cannot imagine that. And for me, like I try like for my mental, like I try to protect my own mental, not you know not not really consume a lot of news nowadays, like not news too much, because sometimes when I stay informed a lot of things, it's also make me feel like why I became a WNE and something like that. So yeah, like right now, I sometimes like I just try to protect my own mental well-being by not letting the news consume like too much. Yeah.
Right, okay, thank you. Thanks for sharing. Anyone else want to try to share? Because Nifalak is not from Indonesia, so she doesn't really know about the main issue. She's from
Yes,
Laos.
but I was there in Jakarta. It's so unfortunate situation there because
How did you feel? Were you afraid of that case?
actually, you know what? Like, it's so unfortunate because I had planned so long about this trip in Jakarta and Bali, and I went there. And lucky I have Angga. Like, I think you know
Oh
him.
yeah.
Yeah. I went there in the in the situation that just happened, and people just burn everything. And I read the news. It's kind of like so scary, but. I think they have a lot of like army as well in the place, like what they call like the monuments place that I went there.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, and it's like that day I really want to shit, and like the army is everywhere, and I'm really scared to go there to shit. I almost shit my pants. It's just so funny thing. But as a foreigner perspective, I think it's kind of like a bit scary. To go there at that time, because you don't know what's gonna happen to you when you go there as a foreigner, because the situation is kind of like very
Yes.
intense.
Chaotic.
Yeah, very intense, I would say. And yeah, but like when I was there, it's nothing happened to me, but it's just like kind of like a bit messy when you see on the news and stuff. But in my area that I stay, like in the central, it's nothing actually.
All right. Okay,
Yeah.
I see. It's clean area. Okay, thank you very much. Last, does it affect your mental health? Massively job seeker, which means that it has a lot of graduations from university, but lack of job field for them. So, like, which happenings in Bekasi job fair, and then royalty at restaurant or coffee shop. One song, how much should they pay? Does it affect your mental health if you go to coffee shop or restaurant and you must pay more to play the music? What do you think about this one? Does it affect your mental health? Please, you may share. Anyone wanna try? Just one person or two
Maybe
people?
I'll try.
Yes, Miss Nisa, go.
Of course, I think not really that serious mental health, but it makes me feel like restless because not only about two of this, but I think because of the today's news is there's always a new thing happened in the media, and then yeah, I don't know, like today's it's because of the system or the policy. So yeah, of course it makes the society, me as a civilians, felt restless, especially when the protests that Nuna said before, actually it's also happened in my city. So many protesters, they burn the police station in every road. So there's a moment when I couldn't go to work because of the protester, and then yeah, and then I have to stay at the office for more than 2 or 3 hours for coming back home. Yeah, that's, of course, I think it all influence our mental health, and also foreigner like Nuna who comes to Indonesia in that very bad situation.
Actually, it wasn't too bad. Actually, I having fun there in Jakarta and in Bali. But I just wonder, for this situation, it's just like from my point of view, I'm not sure it's right or wrong, but like in the protest, people just keep burning the building or even bus station, police station. But in the end of the day, is it really worth it? Because like for example, the bus station is the thing that your people using it in the daily. You know what I mean? It's like if the bus station is burned, like how
Mhm.
come you can use the bus? It's a public transportation, or even the building and stuff like that. I just wonder, like when I see that burn, and I just have a question in my head, like, is it worth it to do that, or do you have another solution that can speak up, like show your voice, or even do protest stuff? It's just my point of view, like I don't know it's right or wrong. And another thing that I see the bill here, I just want to add on, like when I went to Bali, I kind of shocked about the tax in Bali is 21%. That crazy. I think I spend money on like the restaurant around like 3 million something, and I need to pay the tax around like 600,000 or 700,000. That crazy tax. And I searched on the Google, and it's true. It's like it's at on 21%. But it's just want to add on it. It's make me stressful as well for some reason. It's a lot of money for the tax. I mean, just both sides.
Yes, okay. Thank you very much. Anyone want to try to give an additional opinion?
I guess massively job seeker is affected mental health more than royalty at restaurant or cafe shop. So I guess is it that because it is infected our personal economic problems, so that's why it affect our mental health because yeah, as we know that there are still many people are poor in Indonesia, and they also sometimes distract the other person, like borrow money, or sometimes ask many things from their friends. That's why this impact for them for their relationship. That's why economic problem related to the job seeker is affected so much juvenile mental health, I guess, rather than many other things like royalty in at restaurant.
Okay, thank you. Nice. Anyone else? Is that enough? Okay, I assume that talking about mental health can cause from a lot of things related to mental health. Can be from the tax, can be from educational sector, can be from the business, or can be from travel trip, and so on and so forth. But I assume that getting mental stability can clear our mind to achieve what we are passionate about, related to having a lot of deadlines, having a lot of targets or dream about it. But yeah, that's life. We must balance if we can with the complexity which happening in the global stage, or in the national stage, or in the regional stage. That's all that I can share today. Because if we talk about ideal, personally, there's no ideal, whether from the left mind or left thought or right thought. They focus on getting welfare from the right thought, and the left thought talking about the ideal. What must be ideal in this world? We cannot achieve it. It's only utopia for all of them. But we must be dynamic to live and to survive in this one. Yeah, to be ideal, we adapt or adjust what the system is running or going. Okay, that's all what I can share today. I hope so much that for talking about this one can trigger our curiosity related to your profession, your passion, whether you are civil servant, or you are startup, or you work on a startup company, you are a business developer, teacher, educator, or whatever your job is, your occupation is. Keep doing, because tomorrow is Monday. You know, Monday, money day. We will take a picture together, please. Keep struggling, Monday. Keep struggling on Monday. Anyone want to try to take a picture, please? Miss Niza, Miss Aulia, Nuna, Miss Melly, Dania, Zulfikar. Yes. Monday. Keep struggling, Monday. Don't forget tomorrow is Monday. Monday is money day. Samsung, Aulia, Con. Here we'll take a picture. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, go. I like a piece. Once more. Do you want to change your style? Commonly, woman has a lot of styles. Man is not this one. Thumbs up, just peace. Wait, let me share. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, thank you very much for your coming on tonight's discussion. Do not forget, when I say Otak community, you may say yesterday, we say tomorrow. Otak community?
Yesterday we said
Yesterday, we
Yesterday
say
we
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
say
See you
Say
on
we
weekly
say
discussion
tomorrow.
next week. Thank
weekly
you.
Bye.
Have
Thank
a
you,
nice day.
Mr.
Bye.
Happy
Thank
Monday.
you.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.